Title: I saw the wicked prince rise from his grave, and I still hear him at night. I still don't know if what I saw that night was real or if my mind made it up. But I swear, I saw Prince Is walk out of his grave. When I was 17, I lived in a small village in Anambra called Umuoka. Everyone there knew the story of Prince Is, the king's only son. He was handsome, tall, and strong, but his heart was black. People said he was born on a blood moon, and that the night he came into the world, a goat screamed like a human. I used to think those were just stories to scare children, until I met him once. He came to our compound when I was 10. He said he was collecting young boys for palace work. My mother begged him to take someone else, but he slapped her and told her to shut up. I never forgot the sound of her crying after he left. He never came back for me, but I saw what he did to others. He'd beat servants for looking him in the eye. Once, he ordered a man's daughter to be brought to his hut, and she never returned. Nobody dared ask questions. Everyone in Umuoka feared him. But one thing about evil, it doesn't last forever. It was a Sunday evening when the news spread. Prince Is had gone hunting with his guards and didn't return. When the guards came back, they looked pale and confused. They said something big came out of the forest, something they couldn't see clearly, and it dragged the prince away. One of them said it had eyes, like two burning coals. They found Isa's body the next morning near the river. His skin was pale, and his mouth was open like he died screaming. The elders buried him fast, before sunset. No crying, no drums, no ceremony. Just a hole in the ground and silence. Everyone thought it was over. But I remember something strange. During the burial, as the priest poured sand over his body, the wind blew so hard that the trees bent like they were bowing. One of the elders whispered that the spirits were not done with the prince yet. 3 nights later, my father worked as a palace guard. I always brought him food after sunset. That night, the moon was low, and the air smelled like rain. As I walked past the royal graveyard, I heard a sound. It was faint at first, like someone knocking from under the ground. Tap, tap, tap. I stopped. I thought maybe it was a rat or the sound of the rain starting. But the knocking came again, steady and slow. Tap, tap, tap. It was coming from the prince's grave. I don't know why, but I stepped closer. I wish I didn't. The ground was moving, rising and falling, like something was pushing from beneath. Then the soil cracked, and a hand came out. It was thin, black, and dry, like burnt wood. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to run, but my legs froze. The body pulled itself out, slow and heavy. His face was half gone, eaten by the earth, but I knew him. The crooked nose, the gold ring still on his finger. Prince Is. His eyes opened. They were bright and wet, like someone alive. He turned his head slowly and looked right at me. Then he smiled. His voice was dry and low when he spoke. My crown is not yours. I dropped the food and ran. I ran until I fell by the palace gate. My father thought I was lying until the next morning when the guards found the prince's grave open, the coffin broken from the inside. They filled the grave again, poured oil and ashes over it, and locked the gate. The chief priest said nobody must speak of it again. But that didn't stop the whispers. Some nights, people said they heard footsteps behind the palace.